KCAU 9 Sports.
Welcome back. Just 4 teams remain in the hunt for the Iowa girls Class 4A title, one of them being the Bishop Healing Crusaders, who look to advance to Saturday's title game. Sports Director Anthony Mitchell has a look from the Casey Center.
Just 1 year after being upset in the first round of the Class 4A tournament here in Des Moines, the Bishop Healing Crusaders now just 1 game away from advancing to the IGH SAU Class 4A state championship game. In their way, a Carlisle program enjoying one of the best seasons in program history. The Crusaders trio of Melina Snoozy, Trishelle Miller, and Ella Otten combined to average about 50 points per game, battling a Carlisle squad led by Iowa State commit Macy Comito. Carlisle starts the game on a 5-0 run. Crusaders churning together a run of their own. Melina Snoozy knocks down the mid-range jumper. Heelan goes in front, but the first half belonged to Comito and the Cats. Future Cyclone with the handle and the triple. Not done there. Comito with a colossal first half, dropping 24 points. Carlisle goes up 33-22 at the halftime break. Heelan trailing midway through the third, but refusing to back down. Snoozy with the bucket and the foul. She'd lead Heelan with 27 points on 11 of 14 shooting. But Comito could not be contained, gets the steal, and comes away with an acrobatic save, rewarded with the bucket. Senior guard goes for a Class 4A state single-game record, 42 points. Carlisle hands Bishop Heelan its first loss of the season in a 73-60 defeat over the top-ranked Crusaders.
It's really cool, like one of the top 4 teams in the state, so that means a lot, and we went undefeated all the way up until this point, so it was a phenomenal season, even though it wasn't the ending we wanted.
It means a lot. I love this school, I love this team, I love all these girls, so I'm proud no matter what.
We had good seniors, we just all around great students, great kids. They're great human beings, and we're blessed to be a part of it.
Bishop Heelan ends the year at 24-1 overall. The Friday slate features Hinton and Rock Valley playing in their respective 2A semis, while Newell Fonda takes part in the 1A semifinal round. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Anthony. The NAIA released its first and second round sites today for the women's and men's basketball tournaments, and we saw 4 Siouxland schools get a bid. In the women's brackets, we see 3 teams make the big dance. First, number 1 Dordt will host number 16 Simpson at home next Friday, March 13th at 5:30 p.m. Then later that night in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the 10th seeded Briarcliff Chargers will face off against the Yotes from the College of Idaho. But at the same time, the Northwestern women's team will be taking on Tennessee Southern all the way in Spring Harbor, Michigan. But speaking of the Red Raiders, the men's team will be the host site for the first round matchup with number 13 Taylor at 5:30. But at the exact same time, down in Shreveport, Louisiana, you can catch the Morningside Mustangs duking it out with the number 10 Texas Wesleyan. To keep up with scores from these matchups, tune in right here on KCAU 9 Sports. Now to the Division I hardwood. The number 7 Iowa State women's basketball team made an appearance in the Big 12 tournament today, taking on the number 10 Arizona State Sun Devils. This is ISU's first appearance in the tournament this year, but the Sun Devils were turning up the heat, especially with a big lead in the fourth quarter. With only a minute left, though, Cyclones trying to get back into this one. Kinsey Hare, nice steal, finishes the play, and the Clones move within 6, but they wouldn't get much closer. This one would belong to Tempe. Arizona State knocks down the Cyclones 77-68. Next stop, Iowa City for the Hawkeyes senior night matchup with the number 3 Michigan Wolverines. In transition, Cooper Cook behind the back to Tavion Banks, who slams it down before the Michigan defender could get there. Later, Bennett Sturts fires one from beyond the arc. He scores 21 on his senior night. What a way to end it. They go into half tied at 30, but it's the Wolverines edging out the Hawkeyes 71-68 after the final buzzer. That will do it for sports. We'll see you guys right after the break.
9 Sports.
All right, what's poppin'? Welcome to sports. The final day of the IGH SAU basketball semifinals is here, with 3 Siouxland squads looking to move one step closer to a title game. Sports Director Anthony Mitchell has more in Des Moines.
It is indeed a fantastic Friday here at the Casey Center in Des Moines for the Iowa High School girls basketball state semifinals. 3 local teams remain in the mix for a title in Class 1A, Newell Fonda, and 2A, Rock Valley, and the defending state champ Hinton Blackhawks. And it is Hinton starting the action off with the early game of the day. Hinton returns 4 starters from last year's title team. They're up against the Denver Cyclones squad with 8 seniors on the roster. Blackhawks out to an 11-3 lead in the first. Sydney Deuce kicks it to Addie Glass in the corner. Glass staying true to the name, somehow banks this one in. Hinton goes up 9 after the first. Junior chips in 12 points. Hinton coming up big from beyond the arc. Raylan Kempema joins the party. Sophomore with just her 5th made 3 of the season. She knocked down a trio of threes. Hinton leads 31-25 at the half. Cyclones cut into the deficit, but Hinton keeps swinging. Duskett drops in the mid-range jumper, leading the Blackhawks with a game-high 19 points. Hinton heads back to the 2A title game with a 57-48 win.
Coach says we always have to win the next play together, and we've really been sticking with that. Like, one mistake happens and we're good at flushing it and getting back on defense and doing the next play better.
I'm just so proud of this group. The adversity that they were faced with heading right into regionals, and to be playing for a championship again, back-to-back seasons, it's a compliment to them, their hard work and trusting each other.
On the other side of the 2A bracket, Rock Valley looking to book a spot in the championship game for the first time since 2003, battling a number 6 Trainer Cardinals squad looking for their 2nd consecutive upset over a Siouxland team at state. Back and forth battle, Cardinals claiming the lead on the Noracons trifecta, one of 13 threes for Trainer, leading 32-22 at half. Cardinals led by as many as 14, but the Rockets continue to respond. Cadence Harmson corner 3, sophomore leads Rock Valley with 17 points, and it's a 1-possession game. Rockets take the lead on free throws. Hudson Ranshaw comes up with a steal, feed to Eva Remerdy for the layup. Rock Valley goes up 57-54. Trainer calls a timeout. Cardinals with one final look to tie the game, blocked by Sienna Zomer. Junior guard didn't score a point, but comes away with arguably the biggest play of the game, sending Rock Valley to the 2A title game in a 57-54 thriller, setting up an all-local battle against Hinton.
It's really exciting to see how far we've come. We've put in so much work behind the scenes and throughout the summer, and it's really nice to see like a positive outcome to that.
You preach it, you encourage it, but the fact that they, stayed the course, pound the stone, and just chipped away at it to put us in a position to win the game is pretty special.
The New Wolf Honda Mustangs have played in the last 3 IGH SEU Class 1A state championship games. They're looking to connect 4 as they face defending champ St. Albert in a rematch of last season's title game. St. sorted a 12-0 run to start the game. Rennie Brabick drops in the bucket plus the foul, part of a 17-0 Mustangs run. They go up 5 after the first. St. Albert applying pressure in the second. Ava Underwood comes up with an and one of her own. Saints outscore New Wolf Honda 18-9 in the second. They lead by 4 at half. Second half featured 8 lead changes and big buckets, but none bigger than the 3 from Mustangs freshman Quinn Sievers with 1:49 left in the fourth. Sievers goes for a team-high 18 points and 8 rebounds. New Wolf Honda books a spot in its 4th consecutive Class 1A state title game with a 50-45 win.
Getting to wear this jersey means a lot to all of us, and we know the pride that comes with it from everyone past, but it means a lot more knowing where we're coming from and how we got this one.
New Wolf Honda will face top-seeded Bishop Garrigan in the 1A title game tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Stay tuned for Saturday championship coverage here in Des Moines. From the KC Center, Anthony Mitchell, KCAU 9 Sports.
All right, thank you, Anthony. Now, that block from Rock Valley could definitely be a top 5 play, but we're not done yet. State semifinal action also underway for Nebraska girls basketball. A loaded day in Lincoln starts with the Why Not Blue Devils taking on Red Cloud in the Class D2 bracket. Why Not coming off an OT win in their state opener, taking on the 21-3 Warriors. Halfway through the first quarter, score tied at 2. Cross court to pass to Addison Sharp in the corner. She knocks down that 3 ball. But the Lady Blue Devils would have a response. Kenna Oligmuller spots up for the 3, and she hits nothing but nylon. She'd finish the game with 19, 11 boards, and 6 blocks for the game. Blue Devils come up big, advancing to the D2 title game with a 59-48 victory.
I think the confidence that we have in each other, there's a lot of confidence that we put into each other. When one person doesn't do their part, another person is there to step up. So I think everyone kind of works together, and it's a team effort. We've been talking about it all year, how cool it would be to have 2 state championships closing out our senior year, and I think that's just a really big drive for us this year.
Blue Devils will face top-ranked Dundee County Stratton in tomorrow's title game at 9 a.m. In Class C2, Pender girls just 1 win away from their 4th consecutive trip to the state finals, battling 4th-seeded UTAN. Fourth quarter action, Pendragons down a pair, 3-ball offline, but Kaylee Schroeder there for the putback to tie the game up. Chieftains trade a 2 to go back in front. Maddie Dolliver, though, dials up the long 3, giving Pender its first lead of the game. Just a couple minutes later, that game, Allie Reuter rattles in a 3 of her own. Pendragons pull away late with a 46-36 win.
Yeah, I mean, we're winners. We've done it the past 3 years, and we don't like to lose. And I think that came out in the fourth quarter. We talked about it at halftime, and we were like, we're not losing.
It It was just a matter of trusting each other. Maddie and Hadley want to win so bad. They just needed to take a step back and let their teammates step up. They were throwing a different defense at us, and just took a little bit of time to figure it out. They adjusted.
Other C2 semifinal game, number 6 Guardian Angels Central Catholic looks to hand number 2 Elkhorn Valley its first loss of the season. Third quarter, Blue Jays up by 9, pass over to Abby Toline, who drives baseline, gets around the defenders and gets it in. Bit later though, the ball goes to Bailey Gertz in the corner. She jars the 3-pointer. GAC goes up by 12. The Falcons would end the Blue Jays run, though, from there, holding them to just 1 bucket in the fourth quarter. Elkhorn Valley comes back to win it 48-40. Blue Jays will face UTAN for third.
You know, we were just not hitting our shots, you know, and you can only control so much. You know, got to give Elkhorn Valley a lot of credit. I mean, they're a good team, you know, but like I said, the girls sometimes it's just not meant to be. I like their effort. I like their hustle. You know, we pushed them, you know, and now we just have to regroup and maybe come back and play one more time.
Now we head to Nebraska for Class D1 as 27-0. Bloomfield takes on Sutton for a trip to Pinnacle. To the fourth we go. Bloomfield up by 5. Sutton's Jalen Kinney hits the 3 to cut into the deficit. Now jump ahead under 3 minutes left. Bees up by 1. Kennedy Malati drives and dishes to sister Madison Malati, who gets the shot to go in. And a trip to charity stripe next. Bloomfield possession. It's Madison Malati again. Can't get the first, but grabs the board and puts it back in. Queen Bees with just enough sting as they win it 44-38.
Oh my God, it is amazing. I just can't believe we're here right now. I mean, everyone was like expecting us to be here just because we're #1, but we took #1 and we scratched out. We knew that we haven't been here since 50 years ago, and so like it's a big deal for our town. Everybody's here, everybody's supporting us, so we know we had to show up and show out.
Gosh, 50 years is crazy. Well, Bloomfield now takes on Howells Dodge in the championship. Check out our full slate of Nebraska State basketball action on KCNI.com. Now let's head up to South Dakota for some postseason play as Vermilion puts their season on the line in Lennox. Let's get into the regional battle action. Just 16 seconds left in this game. Tate Gerdes knocks down the free throw and Lennox leads 51-47. Now Vermilion would answer just moments later as Trey Hansen hustles inside, lays it in for 2 points. And Vermilion trails 51-49. Close game, but with just seconds left, the Tanagers forced a foul again. Gerdes would sink a pair to go up 4 with 4 seconds left. And Lennox advances to the Sodak 16 with a 53-49 win over Vermilion. Now, at the collegiate level in South Dakota, the Yotes men's team faces off with the 5th-seeded Omaha Mavericks. However, the Yotes run has been halted after falling 76-62. They end their season 16-16. That does it for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Oh, happy birthday.
Little birthday here in the office today.
Nobody's singing because we can't have songs.
True.
But happy birthday to our sweet Alex.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's your birthday.
It's a half-open box of cookies.
No, it's not. It is nothing but a beautiful birthday cake because nobody can see it. Therefore, as far as everybody knows, your birthday cake is coming.
Yeah, and you'll want to be cautious on the roads, Huddies, because we will be seeing that there is some icing on the roads.
Doesn't want to spill those cookies.
Yeah, those cookies are very dire for the celebrations this evening.
Aw, happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you too.
Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
What's poppin'? So welcome back to sports. This is an all-local showdown for the Iowa High School Girls Basketball Class 2A crown as Hinton hopes to secure the repeat, but in their way are the Rockets of Rock Valley. Blackhawks searching for its second ever title. Rock Valley a win away from their 4th in program history and first since 2003. Hinton leads by 3 after 1. Blackhawks looking to stay in front. Sydney Duskett dials up the 3, 11 first half points for the Augustana commit. Rockets rolling from beyond the arc. Haven Rancho knocks down the trifecta. 1 of 7 first half 3-pointers for Rock Valley. Ties the game at 23. Rock Valley not skipping a beat out of the break. Cadence Harmson corner 3 connects Rock Valley, pushes the lead to double digits. Blackhawks claw back, but the Rockets remained ahead. Haven Rancho with another 3 there. Game high 29 points and a single game state record 9 threes. Rock Valley claims its first title since 2003, winning 67-57.
I think it's crazy because my mom was on that team, so I think just the history and the generations that were on this team, it's
It means a lot to our community and our school, and we all had faith in us. So
I'm super excited. I've been dreaming about this since I was a little girl, and we put in so much work to get here. But yeah, I'm so proud of us.
It was a goal all season, and I'm just proud of my teammates and I. I mean, we battled adversity all year, and it was our goal to get here. We just came up a few points short.
Number 2, Newell Fonda battles top-seeded Bishop Garrigan for the 1A championship. Stangs searching for their 5th title in program history. Mustangs run out on an early lead. Loose ball lands in the hands of Ellie Sievers. She knocks down the deuce, part of a 22-12 first quarter lead for Newell Fonda. Stangs keeping their foot on the gas. Quinn Sievers to Ellie, spin move, and what a finish. One of our Mustangs to finish in double figures, and they go up 20 at halftime. Golden Bears not going down without a fight, though. Graceland Eastman soars over a host of defenders, part of a double-double effort. But the Newell Fonda presence prevailed. Josie Walsh, and one fitting moment for the senior. Newell Fonda claims the crown 64-56.
We have a senior group of girls that played in were part of 4 state championship games, and to bring the title home tonight.
Nothing else is better than this, and this is just amazing to be here with my favorite people, so it feels amazing. Nothing better than this.
It's so cool. It's so cool. I mean, getting to cut down the net, getting the trophies, getting the medals, it's just an experience that everyone would want to experience.
Now, Pender girls basketball looking to grab some history in Lincoln, along with the program's 4th consecutive title, battling undefeated and number 2 Elkhorn Valley. Top 2 teams in Class C2 battling for the crown. Pender just a win away from the 4-peat. Halfway through the first, ball gets out into Maddie Dolliver's hands. She hits the 3. She rarely misses when she's left that open, let's be real. Now jump to the second. Macy Dolliver drives in before she dishes out to Hadley Walsh, and she jars the 3-pointer. Pendragons now up by 5. Elkhorn Valley looking to keep it close as Kaiten Werner drives hard to the paint and gets the lay-in here. She makes it, but Pender answers right back as Macy Dolliver, she's going to drive between the trees, puts it up and in with the foul. Pendragons would go to the half up by 8, and they would just keep rolling to a 63-48 victory over Elkhorn Valley, successfully completing the 4-peat.
These kids wanted this so bad, and they were ready. They've prepared for it, and it's so awesome to see when they go out there and do it.
I feel like every game I've been able to look at my teammates and then say to me, I've got my back, they've got my back. I just feel so blessed to be a part of a team with a group of girls that care so much.
This team finishes the year 28-2, helping the program to an outstanding 111-8 record over the last 4 years. Now, why not making their 14th appearance in the finals, taking on Dundee County Stratton? Let's head to the 4th with the Lady Blue Devils up 1, but the Tigers come out striking as Kimberly Escobar drives into the paint, makes the easy layup there. A few minutes later, DCS Abby Spargo in the paint, spinning and getting the lay-in. She would finish with 22 on the day. Tigers out on an 11-0 run. Why not? Looking to come back, though. Pass over to the corner for Allison Sharp, and she's got nothing but money for the 3. Then Haley Weasler would hit to pull the Blue Devils within 6 here. But why not? Would go scoreless in the final 4 minutes as Dundee County Stratton wins at 49-39.
We definitely struggled, and not so much, just more about being all dialed in, and we played tough competition, and we had a tough stretch there from December to January to where, I didn't even know if we'd get to this tournament. Ultimately, winning and losing is great. I mean, it's great to win, but seeing them come together and accomplishing something together from where they were early in the year means probably as much as anything.
Next, top-seeded Bloomfield battling Howell Dodge for the Class D1 crown. Bloomfield held to just 4 points in the first, but the offense begins to buzz as Kennedy Malati takes over. Bees down 10 still. Jaguars responding as the pass goes into Kennedy, thrown her under the basket for 2. But Bloomfield stings right back as Malati drives in with 2 defenders on her and gets the bucket to go. Kennedy would make every field goal for the Bees in the first half. Bloomfield would go to the half trailing 23-16, but the Bees could not find the honey and lose a close one, 45-42. Lastly, we find the Hawkeyes in the Big Ten tournament semifinal, taking on the 3-seed Michigan. 4th quarter, Hannah Stukel inside and the foul. Iowa takes the lead 37-36. Then it's Taylor Strimlow. Great feed to Stukel. Hannah scores 13, lead now up to 4 points. Outside, Chit Chat Wright bottoms up for 3, 13 for Wright, and 45-38 win for the Hawkeyes. Then it's Strimlow with the dagger from deep. She scores 11. They didn't win yet. Iowa outscores Michigan 24-6 in the fourth quarter. Now the Hawkeyes win the big win to move on to go to the Big Ten Championship after a 59-42 win. And finally, the Sioux City Bandits are on the gridiron and are gearing up for a season with plenty of expectation, hosting the Northwest Iowa Lightning for its preseason premiere. Bandits finished 3-6 last year, look to turn things around this season. Let's start things off with a big gang tackle for a huge loss. Someone loses a helmet, watch out. Lightning don't finish the drive, and Bandits actually take over here, and after a nice drive, they cap things off with a touchdown run from Manalo Caldwell, fighting his way from 10 yards out, and the Bandits extend their growing lead to 32-0. Lightning need to find an answer, though. Ensuing drive, QB dumps it off to his receiver in the flat, and he takes it all the way downfield. Ring, ring. There's a house call. Bandits start their season on a plus, winning big 62-19, and that will do it for sports. Next up in the Summit League, we have the number 3 South Dakota Coyotes facing in-state rivals Dakota State in the semifinal round. Jackrabbits, holding the second seed, get a fast start in this one, having a 10-point lead late in the first, but not after Josie Hill finds a groove from the outside. This ball going in around the bowl and finally flushes in for 3. Big point for the Yotes. Later, nice mid-range jumper here from Angelina Robles, who would finish with a team-high 18 points on the day, but this one wouldn't go the Yotes' way. They lose 71-59.
WU 9 Sports.
What's poppin', Celia? Welcome back to sports. Our first stop tonight takes us to the Big Ten Women's Basketball Championship with the top 2 seeded teams, the Iowa Hawkeyes and the UCLA Bruins. Iowa holding that 2 spot, but the Bruins only have 1 loss on the year. Oh, wait a minute. Taylor Strimlow drops in the 3. Iowa leads first. But that doesn't last. The Bruins take control quickly. Charlize Ledger-Walker hits the 3, 22-5. UCLA after 1. Iowa tries to battle back. Addie Deal with the California native for 3. She scores 9 points, but the Bruins are on a different level. Gianna Neepkins, 3 from the corner again, 42-17 UCLA at halftime. Bruins hit 13 threes, shoot 63%, force 19 Iowa turnovers, and UCLA topples Iowa 96-45. Next up, we head to the Big East Women's Tournament, where Creighton faces top-seeded UConn in the semis. Big 3 there from Allison Heathcock, but the Huskies take control from there. Kaylee Heckel hits one from deep to make it a 16-point game. Creighton did their best to stay in this one. Ava Zedeker finding nylon from the corner, but this one belonged to the top seed. UConn wins 100-51. Finally, in Lincoln, we see the Huskers and Hawkeyes continuing their annual rivalry series. This time, it's senior day for the 9th-ranked Huskers. Second half, Price Samport, good bounce on the 3. The Waukee native scores 15. 4 minutes left, though. Iowa down 10. Cooper Koch, big 3, lead down to 7 now, 64-57. Then it's Kale Combs, created an alley-oop to Bennett Sturts, lays it in. 11 for Sturts. Husker lead down to 4. 10 seconds left. Hawks down 3. Sturts fade away. No, it doesn't go in, but Alvaro Figueres rebound, kicks the Combs for the 3. Good. We head to overtime, folks. Tied at 70. Combs scores 18. NOT, Koch open in the corner. He hits 6 threes, 18 points, tied at 75. But the Huskers take control after that. Sam Hoiberg to the rim, 15 for Hoiberg. Nebraska takes it in OT, 84-75. All right, last but not least, it's Josie's favorite segment of the day, the Sports Zone Top 5 Plays of the Week. What a wild week for Siouxland sports. Let's start off with number 5. Number 5, we got state basketball with Emmitsburg. Rachel Shaney gets the loose ball. She's going to pass it over to Kylie Hoffman, who passes it right back to Shaney for the layup. Now our number 4 play, we head to Orange City for the GPAC men's title game. Red Raiders moving the rock around like Jason Kidd or John Stockton until it finally ends up with Jalen Langsey, and he goes right through the middle, through traffic for the up and under. Big layup for the Raiders. Number 3, we got some arena football action. Not a whole lot went right for the Northwest Iowa Lightning, though. But here's something that did go right. Receiver takes the pass and almost goes coast to coast for the touchdown. Ring, ring, that's a house call. Number 2, some Friday Night Muskies action. The Muskies brought it to overtime shootouts, and it's goalie Ryder Shea who completes the comeback with the save. Helps the Muskies clinch a spot in the Clark Cup playoffs. But our top play belongs to Rock Valley. Trainer is going to have a final look to tie the game, but it's blocked by Sienna Zomer. Junior guard didn't score a point that entire match, but comes away with the biggest play of the game. That'll do for sports.
You know, seeing all these great highlights, I really wish I could do half the things they could do, because I probably would break a hip, knee, something like that, just because your girl is not very, not athletic anymore.
Okay.
Hoping to change that. Well, thank you, Huddy.
Good job.
Thank you. We'll have a final look at the